return for the second half, and on the correct overlay, which is good because I almost put this on the Warhammer overlay. I should probably split that again. Let me explain real quick. I used to keep all of my overlays on one massive OBS sheet, and then I was noticing it took a while for things to load, so I started splitting them up, and I moved Battletech to its own overlay, and then I added the Warhammer to it because Warhammer had a similar camera layout, and it would be easy to just duplicate everything. Then Board Game Cult has the same layout, duplicated it all. So now the Battletech layout has become super bloated.
You know,
and half
you
my
can
shows are
duplicate
on
a
it.
scene collection to a new scene collection.
I know. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to like duplicate it twice and then go in each of them and wipe out all the other scenes. It's just I haven't thought of doing it until now when I almost accidentally clicked on Warhammer 4. You know, Oath of Endosteel has its own that loads very quick. New Game Plus. All right, where were we? Oh yes. So the television is on, and you can see like essentially the clan version of James Jives. This guy looks like an Indian subcontinent version of James Jives. Just comes on, very handsome, clean shaven, boyish look, and says, "And now for your clan 2 hours of entertainment. Yes, you just got off a 14-hour shift, and we're here to tell you everything you need to know to become a better laborer." And then it's like a 2-hour, like, here's the news for today, and then like, is your labor hard? Have you considered the following techniques? And then goes through like Amazon's list of, you know, like, why put the pitchfork thing down when you're driving it? Keep it up and move at top speed. Maximum efficiency is what you need. Like, bend with your knees, not with your back. Like, it's all these tips to like make sure that when you're working your 14-hour shift,
work harder. How to not be such a lazy piece of shit.
Yes, exactly. And like the last 10 minutes is like a entertainment thing with like two Mechwarriors who are like telling jokes with each other. It's jokes that would only be funnier to a warrior, essentially. He's like, "So, did you see what happened with the PPC in the last fight?" And he's like, "You know, I feel like it took a while to charge," and everybody's just like, "Wow, that was so funny,
truly horrendous,
incredible."
So I saw a technician walking down the road the other day.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Oh wow, they're probably two technicians walking to a bar, and then both of them are shot because bars are for warriors.
And technicians are stupid. All the warriors like, ah, they are. It's funny because it's true. Technicians are like, what the fuck, bro?
At the end of the 2-hour entertainment block, it indicates that like tomorrow morning starting at 8 a.m. is the like clan kids. It'll have animated programs for clan children who aren't old enough to get sent to school or to labor to watch.
It's a combination of like Sesame Street and like Hitler Youth.
Yes, it is like Hitler Youth. It's good. So they literally have a canon program called like Clan Spaniel. And it's about a spaniel who leads a group of honorable clan warriors to defeat the evil, like the Monkey Clan and the Dragon Clan, and you know they're all stand-ins for the Inner Sphere's 5 main nations.
What's the other? What's the golden order?
Platypus?
The platypus.
Sorry,
but that's an Inner
yours.
Sphere. Yeah. That's Inner Sphere propaganda. That's not clan propaganda.
The Adventures of Clan Spaniel. Yeah, all of you are watching this shit horrified.
Good lord, I cannot believe they call this entertainment.
Yeah.
That's contribution, Bandito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just baffled.
You know, if we had more beer, we could drink enough until it was entertaining.
I was gonna say, I think
I don't
Bandito's
believe
probably
there's
like
enough
half
alcohol in
drunk
this
already.
Entire city to make this entertaining.
I haven't gotten the alcohol yet. What are you talking about?
I feel like, yes. He's not sharing it.
I have not.
Don't.
I'll drink later.
Apologies, I used a contraction. Do not believe you.
Where would I hide the booze here?
I don't know. This is a large building. So I do not know. This is a very large building.
You know, I thought Bandito was going to be the one that has problems with that.
Well, apparently, I'm even worse. I am even worse.
Yes, you are.
Does the data slate have any like high profile officers on it that they've gathered information on?
I mean, it lists that there are 2 other star captains in the area and several star commanders. It has their names, but not a lot of information about them. So it looks like the lower castes keep track of essentially the nobility of the planet, and some of them are like, oh yeah, I'm such a like, you know, like when the star colonel died, everyone was like, oh yeah, like he was my favorite, he's such a strong warrior. And some people were like, man, that guy was a real dick, fucking hated that dude. Like the following their lives is a form of entertainment for clan lower castes, because these are the people who can decide their life or death at any moment.
This is fair.
Keeping up with the Kardashians Clan Edition.
Yeah, real lives of
I can't see it now. Real lives of clan warriors. Saturday nights on channel whatever.
CBS Clan Broadcasting.
Clan broadcast.
So the information about what's left in the city appears to be a Timberwolf leading a star of medium Omnimechs and a like light reconnaissance star of Pumas and Kit Foxes. There are also rumors of the super dire smoke jaguars, and of course the wall filled with turrets that's like a Star League legacy thing. You know, like your artillery could easily destroy the turrets at any time, but
right.
If you were to go up against the wall, like it's meant to stop mechs attacking, so it would actually be a pretty serious threat.
Of course.
It's also rumored that there are several elementals out and about. Some say that there's, dozens. Others say there's only as few as 5. But they move through the city, making sure everything is orderly, checking people's papers.
Mainly just wanted to take notes on the star commanders and star captains.
Okay, yeah.
See which ones would definitely have, well, obviously the star captains would have access to the command center, but maybe commanders as well. If maybe
yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like any clan warrior has access to the command center. The question is, are you high enough ranking that no one's going to double check you when you get there?
Yes.
Like your star captain persona right now is probably not going to last more than a few days, because the base where you got that uniform from was marked as being raided. So
right.
Make a investigation check.
Alrighty. That's a 17.
Well, you only needed a 12. You find the perfect patsy. There is a star captain by the name of Tallgeese. He is a art aficionado, and he has been constantly working on something called his great work. He attends these art things and essentially, like, how do I say this? He steals ideas from other people.
He's a plagiarist.
Yeah, he's a plagiarist. So he goes and he like sees people that do work, and then he's like, "All right, this is mine now. I made this."
That guy to the chol.
I made this.
So that's the thing, and this is very important. This guy is a duelist who loves bachaling, and he loves doing it unarmed in like close combat with las pistols, and apparently he's pretty good at it. So he's dispatched several other warriors, enough that his file has like constant reprimands from his superior officers, but then he challenges them to a duel and kills them too. which is how he became a star captain.
As you should.
Yeah.
As one does, yeah.
Yeah. So he rose up through the ranks by just killing everybody over him.
This seems like a good guy to trick and kill.
That's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah, in the clan society, it is a legitimate strategy. Yes.
I
don't think the actual military works like that. I don't think murdering your commanding officer will.
No,
Not that I'm aware.
That tends to get you.
If so, I better stop getting promoted. I'm reaching the danger zone pretty soon.
I think the better question is how are you getting those promotions, Rad?
Hey, you know what? We don't talk about that.
There's another star captain, but they are not they don't fight trials or grievances anywhere near as often, and when they do so, they always choose to do so in mechs. Some of the star commanders could be conceivable backup plans. One of them has noted that they are going to be attending this art exhibit, but they've publicly said it's because they believe that the artwork here will show the true spirit of Inner Sphere Freeburst being crushed underneath the heel of clan superiority. That he's hoping that all of the executions recently in the invasion has invigorated the spirit of the beaten down lower castes to create art to show how superior clan society is to Inner Sphere.
Jesus Christ.
Is there a new place where I can essentially swap out the uniform?
I mean, you could go to the official barracks but you'd have the same problem, right?
Okay.
Any uniform you grab, people are gonna be like, "Hey, why do you need a uniform? Shouldn't you have your standard issue one? Why are you getting a new one?
That's
Who
fair.
are you? What's your day code?
What's your deal anyway?
Anything you do
me.
here is gonna have a risk. So,
All right.
question is, how do you want to manage that?
All right. The star captain who has a knack of picking fights with people over top of him.
Doggies.
Yeah.
We have,
Where does he typically
information on
hang
where
around
he
at?
lives, where he hangs out.
So he lives in the Planetary Command Center, and he comes out to the merchant artistic district that your base is located at the edge of, in order to gather supporting material for his great work. But only when he's off duty. From what you can tell, it seems like maybe this guy is actually in command of the whole planet at this point. His superior officer has been killed. The chain of command has kind of broken down.
I feel like that's going to be the more likely target.
Well, you got a
Aside from-
17, which is why I just served this guy up on a platter for you.
Yeah.
That's a really good roll.
It's double sixes with a 5.
Just push the batch hall button on the communicator, put in his name and location where he can meet you.
Somewhere private in a back alley where you can be easily ambushed.
Indeed.
Does it come in like a Facebook postcard? It's you've been invited to a bachal.
So just as a reminder, when you
Balloons
challenge
floating
somebody,
Yeah.
when you challenge someone to a bachal, they get to choose the time, place, and weapons. If it's not immediately right here, so you're going to want to do it face to face, which is why the art exhibit, you know where he's going to be and when he's going to be there, and you can probably secure some privacy. However, if you want to try to do this early, you can still attempt to do it. But if you just write him an email right now, he could just be like, sure, let's fight in a week.
I think it would be better because he likes to steal the art, so he could see the awesome art that Black Rabbit has made. Be like, I want that.
You're gonna be like,
Well, he steals
And then I could be
ideas,
like,
here's some superior
you're in
art,
genetic
Sir
inferiority.
Captain. Why don't you come to a private showing in this other room? As soon as he walks in there and is like, this is all right, you slap him in the face and be like, you smell of elderberries. Your genes are bad.
Your genetic heritage is tainted with your Impure blood.
Whoa.
That's a good idea. Tick him off so much that he challenges you.
Indeed,
So you
that
can
way
pick the time
you
and
can
place.
choose yeah.
I'm good at pissing people off. That's A+ thing I can do.
This is quite true.
Preach.
Yeah, I mean, this is like Hamilton. He's gonna pick the time and place face to face.
Right here, right now, where no one's here, and you can hear you scream. We only use our
I
fists.
choose right here, and our weapons are mouth gags.
What?
We fight blindfolded with our mouths closed.
So they both gag themselves, and I just bop them over the head.
Yeah, I don't think that's standard issue weaponry.
It's foolproof.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the ticket. Just wait till the end, because try to hang low as much as possible.
What do we need? We just need to like cut his finger off so we can like put it on the security
Door
tab or
scanner,
something.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
You need to make sure no one finds out that you've cut his finger off, or they're gonna be like,
quest
"Security
is
alert!"
Yeah. The quest is to obtain one body, and then
Right.
after that we'll get the next quest and like what we do with that body, right? Like
Yeah, the gold exclamation point
exclamation
will
mark
be
yeah.
at the security check-in at the clan command center. You gotta take your mounts and ride out there as a party.
Yeah. Requires one, and then it has a little icon of like a dead star commander. And you're like, oh, I have that item in my bag right now.
Let me just take it out of my
Man,
bag
I
and
just
hold it.
picked that up while I was randomly farming. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Then you get started in your instanced raid.
Yeah.
No respawn, and there's a timer.
Oh god. Run it on heroic mode, huh?
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my god, Leroy Jenkins. I fucking love that thing, man.
That's gonna go down as one of the all-time internet classics, I feel like.
32.33 repeating, of course.
Repeating, of course. Yeah. Oh my god, did he just run in? Everybody go, go, go!
I recall that was actually staged, though.
I believe it was staged, but it was
I think
still
it was.
very funny.
It was
Hilarious,
still brilliant.
I mean, the thing that makes it funny is that shit like that happened all of the time. Didn't have to be staged.
I feel like it happened, and it was like, we just redo this to, everybody relate, and they did. I don't have anything else I know that we can do or should do, aside from just lay low.
Well, we were going to send one of our local agents to gather information
Yes.
on the
Okay,
base.
I mean, if you
before
want
we
to
got
skip to
there.
the next day.
Yeah, I think so.
My first question is, what are you doing for food and water?
I imagine there's plenty of bread and canned water there.
There is. I mean, there's enough to last 16 people for one day, so it'll last.
I'm just
4
gonna
people
have
for 4 days.
Clan Uber Eats bring me that sweet pizza.
Doesn't exist.
But that pizza
come
place doesn't
on.
deliver?
Yeah, surely they deliver, right?
Not around. Well, maybe. I mean, they would deliver to a star captain, surely. But other than that,
Okay.
Bandito, order us pizza.
I feel like it's a bad idea.
Pizza.
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 that sounds like a guy with kids.
The idea is to hang low until the day comes to sneak in, but
Which is exactly why you want to order me the pizza instead of having me go get the pizza.
Now, this is the most anime discussion we could
I mean, they already know that a star captain is living here. What's the harm of a star captain deciding to eat something a bit more flavorful from time to
Yeah,
time?
it'd be suspicious if you didn't order us pizza.
Indeed.
I feel like it would be suspicious if I did order pizza.
Why? You think a star commander would sit in here and eat all their labor rations?
Labor rations for subhumans.
Ugh, untouchables.
I mean, they're perfectly fine for a technician such as myself. However,
Yeah, you
are
can
a
just-
star captain.
Make it
You'll
with the
survive
pizza.
with the light rations.
You're a star captain. You need to eat what is befitting of your rank.
Yeah, it'd be Star Captain rations.
You're about to have a star black eye. You don't get on the phone and order me some damn pizza.
Well, can you at least wait for the black eye till after the mission?
Can you at least wait to not order me pizza till after the mission?
That checks out.
I think the rations are exciting. I've never had food that looked like this before.
Quiet, you. Pizza, pizza.
When I grab it, it's like I have to slice my own bread. This is what roughing it is like.
Have you guys ever sliced your own bread?
Yes, it's fucking hard as shit.
Get that even though that we're playing roles here, I am still your commanding officer. Now order the damn pizza.
Look, Harridan, have you ever had bread like this?
Yes, I've had some of that about 2 hours ago.
No,
Man,
I
she's
mean
got,
like
like,
bread that you had to slice yourself. Like someone isn't coming in here and slicing it.
Yes, I had some.
Dude, she's
about
enjoying
2 hours
herself, and she
ago.
has like 14 times more money than you. That's actually putting the lowballing it, really, but that's just that's the point. I'll go order the pizza
Now
now.
that communicator is not going to dial itself.
What Bandito doesn't know is I've actually already just ordered pizza because it's not like we needed him to do it. So now twice as much pizza is going to show up.
All right, so 2 large, thin crust, gluten-free pizzas with red sauce loaded with garlics and EVOO, and then bell peppers, onions, garlic cloves, oreganos, capers, arugula, and a quarter cut of dried smashed Parmesan cheese to cover the top. So like just a sprinkle.
I would eat that.
This is clan healthy pizza.
I would eat that.
That's a balanced nutritional meal for a growing Star Captain's needs. Yeah, so the guy leaves 2 of these pizzas at the door and like it's like, you know, it's like no contactless delivery. He would never want to offend a Star Captain with his presence, so he just leaves the pizzas and hits the doorbell. Hops back in his delivery vehicle, which I think looks like a...
I will retrieve the pizzas.
It's like a 3-wheeled golf cart deal.
And I'm like holding both pizzas. I hand one of them to Heavy 7, and I'm still holding the other one. And I go.
This pizza looks suspiciously like something Howler and Prince might have tried to make you eat about 6 years ago.
I eat it. I have no problem with this.
Oh yeah, when they made him go through that health kick. The green smoothies.
That's right, the green smoothies.
Yeah.
Check it out. The box is made of cardboard.
You live a very sheltered life, don't you?
You are using contractions.
Oh,
I'm not in my persona.
You should always be in your persona.
No. I can't live with a stick up my ass 24/7. All right, that's just impossible.
What if?
Harridan does it.
The Russians just appear out of nowhere. They teleport in.
Kirk just laughs. He's like, "Yeah, definitely. 24 hours
They come out of the Flu Network, Harry Potter
for
style.
34 years. That would be really tough for however old Bandito is."
You refused a like week-long vacation on a Canopian pleasure cruise.
That's because the commander was imprisoned.
Yeah, and it was time to party.
That checks out.
Hell yeah.
I feel
As much
rather
as that does
distraught by
indeed
this.
check out in most aspects, I unfortunately could not just forego my responsibilities in order to.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Max would have gone too.
Oh, absolutely. I would not have even given it a second thought.
I like how I
Check that out. You are more stuck up than Maxwell Harridan.
Ouch.
Damn. This is a sad day.
Indeed.
This is
Not
indeed
for
my
me,
dark
because I
soul.
eat a piece of pizza.
It's
I do
healthy.
recall several of our
Low
troopers referred to my
sodium.
spine as the 2x4 that is rammed up my ass. So
It tastes like vegetables and tomato sauce.
I went through a phase where I ate that. I don't think I'm opposed to it.
It's heavy on oregano and
I'm sure
spices.
I mean, like, a
Spices
Rad
are
wouldn't eat that, but I don't think Heavy 7 cares. I think he's just a fucking dumpster of a human, and he'll put whatever he can get his hands on in his mouth.
Please, no,
he's
stop.
giving
I
up
feel like
about
you're
his health.
insulting me at this point.
It's food that's not bread and water.
Yeah,
so-
it's not an MRE, or even worse, a clan MRE. So he's like, sweet, I'm gonna eat this.
I want to try to get a piece of Heavy 7's pizza.
Oh my god, you better
Someone's
make a
gonna
roll
lose
for that.
What are we doing? Opposed athletics?
Does he
roll
actually bite
stealth.
her hand or not?
Yes, absolutely. Let's
Yeah, we'll do
do
that.
stealth versus perception. I fucking
Percep-
cannot wait for this.
Oh, I don't have any points in perception. What is perception?
It is intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
Oh, cool, +1.
Like a +6 at that. Oh no, it's +6.
9.
I got an 11.
All right, you steal a piece of pizza from me.
You look
I'm
down
none
and you're
the-
like,
I'm
why
none
is
the
there only
wiser.
6?
Wait a minute. I could swear this pizza was
Wait a
only
minute.
half gone a moment ago.
No, I don't think he's the kind of person that keeps track of how many pieces he's eaten. So he probably,
just shove it
probably
into his
never
mouth.
knows.
He shovels into his mouth.
No, as soon
Yeah.
as she's like got it to where she's eating the crust, she gives him look like this was yours.
Yeah, then he puts it together. He looks down at his box and up at her pizza, and down at his box and up at her pizza. It's like, you sly dog.
Thanks for the pizza.
You're welcome. And he takes like the last 2 pieces and just eats them at the same time, so that he can't have any more stolen.
Just makes a pizza sandwich.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just stacks them on top of each other. And then he throws the cardboard box at her. And mocks her. Look, the box is made out of cardboard.
It is. It didn't hurt because it's cardboard.
You have never been hit clipped by the edge of a cardboard box. That I just realized that you have not been hit by one, Cotton. Let me tell you, work long enough in a Domino's and you will find the intense pain. Cardboard cut.
That's a
Well, he said he threw it, not cut it. I've been cut by it because I used to work at a place where we packed mail in cardboard all the time. But when you throw it, it doesn't hurt that much.
Okay.
Can't confirm.
I suppose that we will allow Black Rabbit to continue on with her painting, and we'll wait for the showing.
She spends most of the day when she's not messing with everybody else, working on her painting.
I will be memorizing every single detail of the intelligence reports that we've been given.
Okay.
Same here.
Like, it's not super detailed. There's a lot of general information involved in but yeah, there's plenty.
It still might be good information to have, especially if we need to make a fast getaway.
Yeah.
I'll just
Like where the
mainly
mechs are located.
I'll just mainly be looking at the whatever reports that come in about the premier art thief asshole.
I mean,
Plagiarist.
art thief, intellectual property acquisitions agent would be the more correct term in clan society. I mean, if you kill them, it's yours, so...
Although you do have a very easy way of insulting him. You could just say that he is so completely and utterly unoriginal that every single idea that he's ever had has come from another person.
Yeah, I got that.
Just building up that repertoire, getting ready to blast them.
I got cue cards already going on. How does you bring shame to your generic heritage by tainting it with your blood?
Right. Now, what do you do when he calls you a surat?
You shouldn't call me a surat.
I feel like that's a boxing match. You're like, okay, what do you call him a surat? You're like, all right, you hit him with a block, and then you come back with, you're a stravag, all right?
Have to be prepared here.
The next morning, There is a knock at the door, and it's not anyone you recognize from your crew. It is someone with like 12 children between the ages of 5 and 10 in tow behind them.
Hello?
Oh, technician. Is the Star Captain available?
May I ask who's calling?
No. I will speak with the Star Captain myself. It's
What
about
rank
the
is-
monthly briefing.
Is this person aware?
They are a scientist,
Oh, okay.
so they horribly outrank you.
He shall be here presently. I apologize for my insolence.
This person's like, "Oh, wow, that was really nice of you. Like, thank you for admitting that I was correct and you were totally wrong." So she leans down, like, puts her hands on her knees, and is like, "And that, children, is the correct response."
You are excellent at being human garbage.
Yeah. This is how a laborer should be talking to someone of my caste.
I'll go find Benny. Star Captain, there is a member of the science cast here to see you.
Oh, that can't be good. Very well. I will go to see them. He'll get up and start heading to the door.
So when you open the door, the scientist steps back to allow you to step out into the open, like, foyer, entrance area, and she says, Star Captain, my apologies. I was simply performing the monthly briefing for you to inspect the children.
Very well. Benny will look down, mean mug the kids.
The children all spread out into a half circle around you and hold like perfect salutes, and some of them look like they're getting ready to cry. Others are doing their best to seem really brave.
I kind of have like one eye out a window shade so I can see what's going on.
Do any of them look sloppily dressed?
I mean, look, there's one kid. It's clear that he's fallen a little bit behind on the walk over here. Like, his shirt became untucked. He wiped his nose on his sleeve. He was crying, maybe.
Is there a way to tell if these are like clan children or not? Like, do they look local? I guess is what I'm saying.
So, I mean, there's no way to differentiate between anybody but like clan aerospace pilots who are like basically aliens and elementals. Everybody else like will just look like super handsome or super genetic. Like, they just look stronger than normal.
Right.
The other thing that would set them apart is that like clan Trueborn warriors are all going to look relatively the same in comparison to others because they're all clones. So,
right.
like, all people of the same bloodline are relatively going to have a similar look to them.
They all look like a jacked Django Fett.
All right, Clone Wars, calm down. However, it should be noted that, like, scientists and warriors collectively make up like 8% of the population of the clans, and this is essentially like a forward invasion conquered area. Like, in this city of almost 50 million people, there are probably like maybe a few thousand actual clan, like people who were born in the clan homeworlds and have come here. Everybody else is like people who are selected from the population for their loyalty and intelligence to be risen up to higher castes. There's no way to know if this specific, well, you could ask to see their codex and like analyze it.
I think Victor
Yeah.
will bend down and look at the kid who's obviously been having a bad time.
It is shaking in fear.
Yeah. Present to me your codex.
All right, the kid presents his codex.
And Benny will briefly look through it.
All right, I mean, this kid's parents are like laborer caste, and they're pretty high ranking within the caste. This kid has been noted to have like several problems. The scientists who are overlooking him, responsible for his education, have said like he's weak and basically useless. Like assign him to like low caste labor, or maybe even just genetically purge him. So you do note that about once a month, warriors inspect these children. Like they're brought before a warrior for like their official recommendation, and a lot of them have recently been recommending like purge. And once it gets enough of those, it's time.
Beautiful.
That kid's punch card is almost full, is what you're saying.
But Pandito can save him. Give him a glowing review.
And out all of us.
It's a good thing he's in hideout, is all. I would just be like, no.
Your genetic heritage shows promise.
I mean, the scientist is like nodding, and then she's like, "I'm sorry, sir."
Wait, what?
Your genetic heritage show promise, but you have long way to go.
I will double my efforts to redeem this laborer.
Yes, you shall.
So, like, she just went from smugness to absolute fear. So
Show
like,
me your codex.
Yeah. Oh boy, she does not want to, but she does.
He'll briefly look through hers.
She is a education caste within the scientist caste, responsible for teaching, people within what we would consider like primary school age, between the ages of like 5 to 12, of like clan ways. All of the kids that she has now are people that have been born underneath clan society since the coming. She is actually a like clanner from the homeworlds. Her reviews have not been stellar. It's been noted that the output that she puts out is subpar in clan space, but it's then compared against like inner sphere, and they're like, okay, like in clan space this wouldn't fly, but the inner sphere are wild barbarians, so like we're not promoting you, but we're also not demoting you. And that happens like once a year for her.
Right. I expect more from clan kin.
Okay. Yeah.
I expect 100%.
In what way do you find my performance? Can I ask what you see in Timothy?
Genetic line seems good for laborer. Therefore, he has promise. You show little.
Are you basically
you cannot...
downvoting her codex real quick? Just like adding a note?
Give me your card. Punch.
If you cannot train this boy, then you surely should not be promoted in caste.
All right. She goes completely pale, and it's just like, I understand. I will put my full effort into bringing Timothy in line with his genetic heritage. I apologize for this offense against your eyes, Sir Captain.
You may leave.
All right, like she gathers the kids up and is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like Timothy is falling behind, and she like grabs his hand and is like, all right, Timothy, now we're going to work on your physical education from now on. I'm going to make sure you're at the front of the class.
Idiot will just go inside and go, okay.
Well done.
Selena, as the kids are walking away, they're all like, he was so nice. That's my favorite Star Captain ever. Like somebody else is like, he didn't make fun of us at all. That was great.
That was interesting.
Interesting gamble.
Yeah. Look, if you saw what I saw in that kid's codex, you would be thinking something else soon as well.
What did you see?
I don't want to talk about it.
Do you need to schedule a session?
No, I'm good.
You seem less good.
I think it's solved, maybe.
Maybe?
Sure, I'd request 24 hours if this is done.
Suck it up, Bandito.
Okay.
Maxwell Harridan.
Ooh.
Yes.
You got the full name.
Vincent Gray.
Damn.
She grabs both your ears and shakes them.
Yes, she does. She goes, you have to think about the mental health of your, team. You made a big deal about mine. You got to think about Vincent's too.
Very well.
Bandito thinks back to the time where everybody was declared a psychopath in the main lands, pretty much. Harridan barely not. You're all right, mental health.
Hey,
I believe
look,
the only time off I've ever received is when I was sitting in that jail cell.
Bandito, you know what? You've been doing a solid job of trying to be a better person. You just saved this kid's life.
Well, maybe.
You ruined the life of some mean old teacher.
Masterfully done, by the way. I'm super impressed.
Somewhere out there, Maisie is smiling. Putting a gold star next to your name on the wall.
Harridan, do you need to schedule a session?
I'm sorry? I am sorry?
Do you need to schedule a session?
No.
Are you sure?
What I need is for these nuclear weapons to no longer be an issue.
That is avoiding the subject.
There's a knock on the door.
Damn it.
I'll go answer the door, eyes downcast.
At the door is another one of your special troop infantry, your special forces infantry. He's got a keg of beer on a dolly, and he's still dressed in his doctor's scrubs, but you can see that there's blood all over them. And he's just like, yeah, sir, sorry, this was misdelivered to my house. Apparently it was meant for the Star Captain. If you could just take this tablet here and, take command of these goods. And he hands you over a data tablet that's, like full of more, like an information update, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else I could do for the Star Captain?
I do not believe so. Thank you for your
You sure? He says.
rapid delivery of the Star Captain's goods.
Nothing you want any of us to do.
Perhaps you should speak with the Star Captain. Please come inside.
Okay, yeah, he brings the alcohol in. Just looks at McGurk as he sets it up.
Who is this? This is Rapier?
No, this is just, I haven't made a name for him, but he's
One
one
of
of
his
the
guys.
Yeah, it's one of the Special Forces
Bob.
troops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's say his name's Robert.
Okay. Reb there too.
No, let's just go with Robert. That's McGurk's name for him, Roberto.
I feel like I probably have for him just like a manila folder.
Do we know Robert? Have we ever met him before?
Yes, you've like seen him around. I don't know if any of you have talked to him. He's an operator with your unit.
Right.
And
So I'm gonna let him know. I start going into like timetable, and here's what we need, and we're elevating the threat, so we need eyes on assets and intel ASAP.
I understand. I'm not assigned to that facility, but I can get to one of our guys that is, and maybe he can temporarily get access to the top floor or something close to the top floor.
That's fine. We just need the pieces moving as soon as possible because we're here to act on this operation. I don't want to go in blind, so I'm counting on your guys to show me the way.
A few of us have been circling a clan safe house where one of the elementals is staying. we're all cleared to use elemental suits. We think that if we could get some weapons, we might be able to get inside, kill him, and take the elemental suit. Were any of you able to smuggle weapons into the city that we can use?
Oh, yes, we have several.
Are you authorizing this operation?
What are you going to do once you got the elementals?
We haven't worked that out yet. We just thought having the suit would be a good idea, and at the very least, we could pass for a clan warrior.
Could you work out the second part, please?
Well, at the very least, as a fallback option, having one of those suits on hand to aid in defense of a hasty retreat would not be a terrible idea.
I will supply him with... I'm going to hang on to my gyro jet railgun.
I'll give him the
Reasons.
spare las rifle.
Okay.
And
But I'll hook him up with a machine gun and a laser pistol.
All right. That will
I'll
cover the
hook him
three
up
of them.
with a.
My mag pistol as well.
Okay. And I'll give him also assault rifle as well. Sorry, got a las rifle.
I'll offer him a sniper rifle if he can use it.
He says, sniper rifle, that's just as powerful as an auto pistol.
No thanks, I already have
I
an
know.
axe.
He takes it. So, I mean, he leaves the pistols and takes the machine gun, the las rifle, and the sniper rifle. He's just like, I don't think I need to tell you that these pistols, while they might be effective against an elemental, we're going to need something bigger for a quick, permanent solution. I appreciate the offer, but I think the long arms are going to do a better job here.
I have an
didn't bring plastic
SRM launcher.
It's just like, that would be too big of artillery to bring to this fight.
Well, you need to be more specific.
And the sniper rifle is silenced, so or suppressed. So
How about a grenade launcher or an autocannon?
We will be taking him indoors, ma'am. I don't think you have an autocannon.
You don't?
We didn't even bring knives in.
Well, there you go.
I mean, he's just like, if you can afford to part with that autocannon, I will take it. I don't know how I'm gonna deliver it. Is there a bag I can put these in? I mean, the sniper rifle seems a little long to just be carrying around on the streets.
In the
Of
future,
course.
how do we get like the new weapons? Like, how do I replace this?
When you're at like one of your Mechwarrior armories, like back at the base, you'd be able to just
Oh,
pick
I
up
don't
new
have
copies.
to do anything. I just say I get
Yeah,
my
if you've
guns back.
already got the item on your inventory, you can get replacements pretty easily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can use my autocannon if you want. Or, yeah.
I assume that it's in like a huge case that requires two people to carry. He
And
starts dragging it out to his like one-seater vehicle.
all help him carry.
the case has a dragon painted on it.
Yep, that's gonna get him in so much trouble if anybody stops him.
We might want to put some tape over the dragon.
You want me to spray paint it? I mean, it took me a while, but I can paint it again if you want me to like paint
What I love
blue.
is that it's listed as being semi-portable. It's got a bipod system and has to be set up before it fires.
You know,
That's like the E-Web from Star Wars.
Right?
That is the sound of an E-Web heavy blaster.
I fucking loved so much that they put that in that show and made it such a big deal. Like, God, that was one of the best parts of that series for me.
I mean, just him talking about it was so good. I was like, damn, this is such a great villain.
I love it when people take and kind of aggrandize something as simple, something, you know, as a crew serve weapon. Like, I don't feel like they get their credit. Everybody likes to talk about the jets and the tanks and like all the cool, like, you know, ICBMs and stuff. And like, nothing's killed more than the good old machine gun.
M249 on a
Like-
bipod.
Just the raw lethality of a crew served weapon in a like embedded emplacement.
I gotta tell you, I have a crew serve weapon on Rogue Trader. I use it often. I had to get a special support system that floats it around for me.
It's essentially a giant machine gun that is the size of him.
It's a machine gun that fires explosives.
Yeah, like
Sick.
75 cal. No, I think it's like 99 caliber, something like that.
So it's like a Mark 19. Sounds like
You're essentially shooting M203 grenade launcher shells, but at a rapid fire rate.
Yeah.
Would that be considered a support weapon?
That's called a Mark 19. We have them in the army, and I've shot them many times.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
It's like that.
You don't shoot them at people, though. You shoot them at buildings that you no longer want to exist.
I would like to request one of those to shoot at
They're
elementals.
only in Warhammer, so you can't have one.
Oh, they're in real life,
I'm just
too.
saying, you can. If they're real life, we can convert it. It does 4 damage.
Mark 19.
Oh my god! Wow, God. That is the spiciest thing I think you've ever said. Wow, you're so upset about that.
I'm so sorry. The heat makes me cranky.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's so goddamn funny.
It fires 6 times per round. It does 4 damage. These giants.
It fires 375 40 millimeter grenade launches in 1 minute.
The same damage as a mag pistol.
Yeah, I mean, he is gonna like grab sheets off of a bed in order to wrap up all of the guns.
Well, I'm sure we have like cases and duffels and stuff.
I mean, the sniper rifle's probably not gonna fit in a duffel. Maybe a las rifle.
You can break the sniper rifle down.
Okay.
Take the barrel off, man.
That way, it's not quite as recognizable as a giant.
So all
rifle.
these weapons are being stuffed in like clan kid duffels that are covered with like little smoke jaguars that are like waving with a paw and like smiling.
I want one of them.
Hello Kitty smoke jaguar
I
style.
want one of them to have been practicing like the viola, so that I can put that in like a viola case.
Wow. Okay. No.
Getting ready for some desperado in here.
Nope.
I mean, just make the guitar the machine gun.
Guitar case? No, it's a rocket launcher.
You turn the electric guitar into a shotgun and machine gun at the same time. Desperado 2, I think, is what it was that it showed that.
So I imagine our operator is higher caste than me, so I will do the majority of the heavy lifting out to the car.
No, he does it himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't think it'll draw attention.
I mean, it's not like people are looking into your house. Like, he's just closing the door and opening it, leaving. It's not gonna make.
Know.
He's like a sergeant. He's not gonna make a lieutenant colonel carry his guns for him.
Doesn't matter. As far as anyone else is concerned, I'm a technician right now. Except for when it comes to pizza. Then I will pull rank.
Then I'm the goddamn commander.
Before he leaves, I want to say, if you can bring back all of my guns to me eventually, I'll give you like a free 2-week stay on my Canopian pleasure cruise when it comes back into orbit.
You're going to want to keep those guns safe.
First Sergeant, I will do what I can
safe.
to return your guns. I don't need a reward for that.
I'll just give it to you anyway.
I do not believe you comprehend just how attached she is to these weapons.
You not see the...
Man, we're gonna have to
particulars.
fight an elemental, and even with 3 very large guns, I don't know that we're gonna be able to take him quietly. So all I can say is that we'll do our best.
The SRM launcher worked very well for me last time.
I believe firing an SRM within the confines of the city would directly give away our position in a way that what would be the most Butch McGurk thing to say right here?
It may well draw mech attention. And
You can keep the machine gun. I got like 5 or 6 of them. It's fine. Stash it somewhere. You might need it for a later op.
Well, be as careful as you can be. Try to be safe.
Besides, why turn down 2 days on a pleasure cruise ship? Have you seen those?
It's 2 weeks. Also, Bandito turned it down.
Bandito,
I wouldn't turn that down.
You turned it down.
Well, at first, I took the other opportunities.
I'm a little old for pleasure cruises, ma'am.
I hear they have.
That sounds like quitter talk.
I hear they have a theater with a screen that is over 20 feet tall.
I mean, he's at this
Yeah,
point.
that's in my living room.
He's just shaking his head and he leaves. He has no idea whether you guys are being serious or not.
Imagine watching the Immortal Warrior on that. The Battletech version of IMAX.
So, the second night's, technically the third night, your second night here, but you only have one more. You'll be starting day 3, and then day 4 you'll have to have your art piece ready. The nightly broadcast is something along the lines of like, Innersphere propaganda was found today, and the apartment block attached to it was razed. The ones responsible were burned. And you can see that they show pictures of the propaganda, and it's just like, the mercenaries will save us, and another is just like, Kenneth Cross lives, and another is like, Jamie Wolf, and another one is just like, the Northwood Highlanders will reunite the Star League, and all of this stuff that's like 10 years old. They have no idea about like who any, like they don't know Kenneth Cross is dead and Jamie Wolf has been working for the clans the whole time. They have no idea. So all the propaganda is like old as fuck.
They don't see Kenneth Cross Jr.
I will make careful note of that, because if we do engage in propaganda efforts of our own, it will be good to know that these people are woefully out of date with current information, and It will make it more believable that it's not us disseminating the propaganda.
Yes. So
definitely make a note of that.
Get another order of pizzas.
Excellent.
This time it's like mushrooms, olives, but the least amount of salt in the olives as possible. Asparagus, arugula, artichokes, and
at
just
least there's mushrooms this time.
Just the lightest sprinkle of mozzarella, artisanally placed.
Just gets shoveled into the mouths.
I'll try to think of the worst pizzas to feed, right?
I mean, it doesn't bother my character.
I know, but I'm trying to get. I feel like you're the kind of guy that's like double pepperoni with extra cheese on top.
Oh no! Ew.
Ugh, no? You're not into the PPC?
I don't like. I don't double down on anything on pizza.
Pepperoni, extra cheese. PPC on a code.
Nah.
Just do, just one of each.
Cheese pizza?
Yeah. All of the meats. So you need to do all of the meats.
We're going to have to stop here and figure out. Rad, favorite pizza. Hit me with it.
I generally eat a meat lover's pizza, or I just have pizza with like beef on it. That's it.
What? What's your problem with double pepperoni with extra cheese then? If you're a meat,
I don't like extra. I don't want extra cheese. I don't like cheese that much.
Okay, all right.
And I don't like pepperoni so much that I want my entire pizza covered with it. All things in moderation. I don't want to double down on any one ingredient, because then that's the only thing you're eating.
Sid, favorite pizza?
Definitely. I think Rad and I very much are of a like mind when it comes to pizzas.
Pizza?
I'm not a fan of extra cheese, and I do love meat, and I like a variety of meat on the pizza, because that is how things should be. All of the meats.
If I'm going to a place like Mod Pizza, where I go slightly fancier, I might add. I still do like a meat lover's pizza. The only things I might add is like a little bit of like blue cheese, and I might add some garlic and like some pesto drizzle at the end. That's it.
That's dangerous life there. The pesto drizzle.
Why is that?
See, I feel
that's
like I could
liquidy,
definitely, easily, happily eat pizza with this man.
See, we're gonna go get some pizza sometime.
Pondo, favorite pizza?
I
I don't have a favorite
Pepperoni.
pizza.
What I typically like to get on a pizza is like pepperoni or pepperoni and Canadian bacon. I occasionally just get full meat lovers, but sometimes I don't really feel like eating the sausage because I'm a spice wimp occasionally. And if it's something that has like way too much spice, which sausage typically does, it just drowns my
Sausage blends
taste buds.
well with the Canadian bacon and the salami.
Yeah.
So
Typically,
that's why you
meat
got to
lo-
get all the meats. That way they blend together nicely.
typically meat lovers. If I just want to get a basic pizza, I'll just get pepperoni and cheese.
He gets meat lovers when I whine about the pepperoni pizza.
Todd, what do you got?
I like my pizza with a lot of veggies.
Oh, so what I'm describing here is like good for you, huh? Okay.
Pondo and I struggle ordering pizza together.
I mean, just order 2 different pizzas.
I just do the deal where it's split in half.
We do split in half. I like mushrooms on my pizza the most and Italian sausage because I like spicy food.
I gotta tell you, every time you ask for a half split pizza, there's some pizza technician that's dying when you do that. He's just screaming, "Just get 2 different pizzas!"
But I can't eat a
Why
whole
are you getting
pizza
a large split?
without
Just get-
regretting it.
Why are you getting a large split? Just get 2 medium.
No, SidAlpha, don't fall for the 2 mediums. The extra price of the large is almost always worth it because of the way the radius of a sphere works, or radius of a
I
circle.
know that's what the
Yeah.
dude making the pizza is thinking.
Yeah. The protein heavy crew. Yeah. True. You guys do like protein, except for apparently Cotton.
Oh, I like some protein.
Yeah. But you're
I
not out here
love-
stepping for meatses.
Well, I do like the all meat pizza.
Meat
The one
lovers?
that's got all the different meat lovers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like meat lovers.
Yeah, pizza. Okay.
But I like veggies on my pizza the most. Veggies and Italian sausage. And my least favorite topping on pizza is pepperoni. I like pepperoni, but not that much.
I will not object, and I will happily munch down on a supreme pizza. And
The only pizza I
but
will not eat
if
is
it
taco.
is my preference, it will be the heavily laden all meat pizza, hands down.
You gotta get that supreme that has literally everything. Why get some things when you can have everything?
See, I have a difficulty with the supreme pizzas though, because you end up with so much of it falling off of the pizza when you're trying to eat
Yeah.
it.
No, that's perfect. You just pick it up at the end as like a bonus treat. Or you make a pizza sandwich so it stays in the middle.
Bonus bite.
Yeah, but the bonus bite is always just a pile of veggies, and
Who
I
wants that?
like veggies.
it's like I just ate a giant mound of veggies on cheese. I don't need bonus veggies.
I really derailed this, but I learned so much about all of you.
Did you?
What was your
I
favorite
did.
pizza, Pete?
Yeah.
Listen, I am a pizza master. I make my own pizzas, so I don't have a favorite pizza. I have favorite pizza subtypes, you know.
What's your normal go-to?
I have a normal go-to. I'm sorry to be that guy, but like Chicago style, New York style, California style, like there are so many different ways to make pizzas. If I'm making one for myself, it's gonna be a flatbread pizza that I've grilled through indirect heat on my grill. A grilled pizza, and that shit's gonna be
What
amazing.
would you put on it?
Are you a pizza or a veggie?
That's the thing. I always switch up the topics. Like the thing that I'm known for in my family is fig jam as the base, and then you're throwing down some like goat cheese to get melted in there, and then some sort of fruit as like a topper. It's semi-dessert pizza, but it's also very high in protein.
No, the fruits are good.
It ends up
It's a
turning
good-
into
good
like an
pair with the
oval.
goat cheese. I could
Never
definitely
got to
support
try a
that.
fruit pizza because they always put kiwi on it, and I'm allergic to that.
I mean,
I have
look, see
kiwis in
that.
the
Just to be
fridge.
clear, that's not my favorite pizza. That's just the one I'm known for being able to make because
I've always wanted to eat a fruit pizza because they always look good. I love fruit, but I
I mean,
can't.
I'm telling you, fig jam, some goat cheese, or maybe some brie, something, you know, strong in flavor to counteract the
Dude,
fig.
do
Are
you
you
like
dying
goat
over
cheese?
there, Rad?
No, I like goat cheese.
Oh, okay.
I love goat cheese.
One of the big reasons I don't do veggie pizzas or really a lot of Italian food in general, is I am allergic to mushrooms, and they fucking put mushrooms on everything. So
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I have to eat pretty plain pizza, so it's just why I usually just stick to meat because people can't really get it wrong. And when I eat Italian food, I always have to do something Alfredo based because most places put mushroom in their
sauce.
So I have to do Alfredo, and even then I have to be real careful
I've said
what
this.
I do. So generally it's seafood dishes when it comes to Italian stuff for me.
I've said this 1,000 times, but the best pizza sauce comes from New York City. And the reason why is that the vendors all get salsa from the local Mexican places.
I can see
and then
that.
spend hours boiling it down into a sauce. So it's already preloaded with all the good stuff. Onions, peppers, the tomato. It's already got all of the wetness is taken out until it's a very, creamy red sauce. That's it's preloaded with a good amount of like healthy vitamin-y stuff that has a huge amount of flavor because it's boiled salsa. That is the starter pizza sauce. Also, it's not filled with a massive fuck ton of salt, which means you can go wild on the salt and the cheese. Gives you a lot of more cheese options. All right, where were we?
I just learned something today.
What did you learn?
Oh, this whole thing
pizza
with the salsa boiled down. Yeah, no, I learned something.
Then I'm going to
today,
double
and that's
down on this
interesting to me.
motherfucker. Domino's and Papa John's used to have the same sauce. The Domino's sauce was stolen by executives who went over to Papa John's, and those motherfuckers were like, how can we make this taste better? They're like, Domino's is salty. How are we going to do this? Papa John was like, sugar. Someone was like, brilliant, sir! You surely won't be fired for saying the N-word in 30 years. Just kidding. He's not fired. He still owns the company. They publicly fired him, and he still owns everything. It doesn't. It was meaningless.
Like Papa John's. I will never eat Papa John's.
Papa
pizza.
John's reduces the salt level a little bit and just adds a fuck ton of sugar to Domino's pizza sauce style. Now, of course, this diverted over 20 years, but Papa John's sauce is literally just like sugar, white stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I actually there's actually a Papa John's near me, and I tried them a couple of times, and I never really enjoyed their pizzas.
I
go back and
constantly
forth.
forget about Papa John's here. Like, it's there, but I don't ever remember eating there.
My experience is they use way too much sauce. I don't like tomato sauce. I don't like tomatoes very much in general. I like freshly sliced tomatoes on some stuff, but I do not like tomato sauce. And Papa John's, they're very proud of their sauce, and they go hard on it, and I'm not a fan.
Indeed.
They're proud of their sauce because they put a fuck ton of sugar in it.
I actually like tomato sauce. That's my problem.
Yeah, I agree.
My
The
wife
sauce
loves tomato sauce.
The sauce tastes good, but I can taste the sweetness in it, and it always bothers me a little bit.
That tempts me to get a pizza there.
I dislike tomato sauce so much. I don't even eat French fries with ketchup. I just eat French fries. I don't even like ketchup that much.
I wouldn't say ketchup is a tomato sauce, but sure.
It's too tomatoey for me. I don't even like ketchup very much.
Tomato. Ketchup
wife
is like tomatoes
with some
and
tomato
maple
accent.
syrup.
My wife puts ketchup on everything. She puts on fucking green beans, rice, all of it.
Like, okay, I can see rice, but green beans—that's a questionable call. Sorry, Rad's wife.
It's all questionable to me.
No, I'm not a huge fan of tomato sauces either. Yet, for some reason, I love eating grape tomatoes.
Sorry,
I'm a big fan of chicken parms.
I'm a fan of tomato sauce, but the problem is that I have to watch my salt now, and tomato sauce is like 1,000,000,000% salt, and the ones that don't have salt in it have no flavor. It's a very serious problem. All right. Anyway, we were playing Battletech before I completely derailed us. You got 1 day before the art exhibition. What do you want to do? Your guys are out investigating the city. Someone is going to try to kill an elemental and steal their armor. Another person is going to try get information about what the command center looks like and any photographs they can bring back.
Is it just one guy trying to kill an elemental?
No, there's 3 of them. 3
Okay.
intelligence, 3 operatives.
Sorry, for a second you said one guy.
No. Yeah, sorry. It's one group.
One
3
guy,
operators.
3 guns.
They sent 8 people on this mission, and 3 of them are gonna like gang up, huge amount of weapons, and try to kill this guy.
I would say 4, but 3 sounds fine, I guess. Just thinking back of how hard it was to kill one guy.
one of them might survive. You know,
Yeah.
because these aren't exactly PCs. You know.
Yeah.
They are trained infantrymen who use elemental suits on a regular basis. So,
but they're not PCs.
okay,
So
gotcha.
Black Rabbit's gonna spend most of the day trying to finish up the painting.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's not a problem. You get it done. You rolled really good.
I'm tempted to take a stroll.
All right, where are you gonna go?
I'm going to see some of the sights of the city and kind of gauge like faces of the populace, and you know, how happy are these people really? That type of thing.
Okay.
Without
all right.
actually conversing with them.
Yeah, you're just walking around. I just want you to be aware that, like, if someone is like, "Hey, you don't look like you're busy enough. You're walking around," I'm going to tell you to do something now. Is a thing that could happen to you.
I'm going basically because I know I'm a technician. Which
Just
is
carry a
low
clipboard
cast.
and walk fast. That's all.
I'm going to carry a clip. I'm going to carry something like a tablet or something, and I'm going to be going like I am going to a specific place.
Just leave the black box with me. That's all I ask.
Oh no, that's definitely a thing. I'm not going to be walking around with that thing on me. No. Basically, yeah, determined walking like I'm going somewhere with a purpose, but I'm going to be constantly like eye shifting a little just to see, you know, what are the expressions on the people's faces? How are they walking? You know, is there a lilt in their step? Are they dragging their feet? What are the expressions on their faces? Do I see any scowls after, you know, soldiers walk by? Anything like that? I want to just get a general feel of the mood of the populace.
Okay. I would like you to make 2 checks. The first one is going to be a disguise check.
Okay. Well,
the difficulty is going to only be a 9.
Where?
I don't know which dice you're going for.
Okay. I'm going to do the white ones here.
Okay, I got them. Yeah, that was 7 the whole time it was 7. In the air.
And I have a +4, so 11.
Okay, all right. No one is going to question you walking around. Cool. Next up, I need perception. Who's going to take a 10? There's like 6 people watching this on YouTube right now that are like, damn, I'm hungry now.
Where'd my perception go? There it is, +3.
I was thinking I'm going to get a pizza.
Okay. It's not that people are happy or unhappy. You can tell that there's an edge in the city right now because of all of the murdering that the clans have been doing, and nobody knows if they're going to be next. On the other hand, for most of them, they have been complacent into the idea that yes, the smoke jaguars are harsh masters, and yes, life under them is a literal hell. But on the other hand, the Draconis Combine was also kind of huge dicks the whole time. So, you know, yes,
not much new.
Yes, I would like to be able to choose my path in life and be able to go out anytime I want and not work 14-hour shifts every day. But also, you know, I have a wife now that the clans have assigned me, and free healthcare, free education. So, like, it's a mixed bag. Nobody's like, yeah, man, fuck the clans, but also nobody's out like, man, I just love our clan overlords. Please, passing warrior, here is a flower. Allow me to present you with it. I love you guys. On the whole, I would say that people are not totally pleased in general, and this situation has made it worse. Okay. The fact that they're being invaded, they know that the clans are lying to them to some extent. They know that the clans have killed at least 10% of the population of the city, which is 5 million people, to show an example. Like, these people are scared now, but they believe that it's necessary because the clans have spent 10 years telling them this is necessary. And if you think otherwise, your children will turn you in and will kill you.
Okay. That works.
I'm not saying these people are ready to like go out in the streets and start rioting, but like if you free them, they will not be resistant to freedom.
That's kind of the main thing I was going for. Like,
Okay.
how resistant will these people be to the clans going bye-bye?
I mean, you know, you'll have like the situation you had in the diner with the one guy who was like, you know what, fuck you, I actually like my life now. And everybody else is like, man, whatever, dude.
Okay. That works for me.
Okay. Later that day, Star Captain Bandito, your personal messenger bings. Your like the uniform that you've taken has been like someone in the watch has noted like, hey, we didn't find this uniform at the raid site. Like we went back there and there's a bunch of stuff missing, and you know, like we're looking for people wearing this specific uniform with the serial code on it. You know, keep an eye out for any clan officers who might not be who they say they are. Watch for unclan-like activity. You also get a download from your intelligence operatives. They've risked sending you an email message, essentially, like over the wireless. It includes a look at the planetary command center, and the super dire jaguars were not a joke. Like there are enormous like mech-sized jaguars roaming around. So the command center, you know, you're only getting it from one angle, and like not a great one at that, but it looks like there's a preserve for these super animals to roam around. They have huge feeding bays to like feed them enough meat to keep these things alive, because at their size they have to eat, you know, like 100 pounds of protein a day to stay alive and fuel their massive bodies. There are several mechs walking around. You very clearly see a formation of 2 pumas and 3 kit foxes. Other than that, the place looks like very bare of warriors. There's not a lot of people outside. There's not a lot of technicians outside. It seems like maybe the command center has some sort of underground transportation, perhaps? Or on the other hand, it's just understaffed massively.
Were they able to make note of patrol cycles? Like how
so they
patrols
were only
go
able to be up
around?
there for like 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes to have lunch?
Yes.
That's some quick eating.
Welcome to the clan. Just be clear, these guys weren't actually... The guy who went there isn't supposed to be there. Like, he works in the building, but he's not supposed to go that high.
Gotcha. Okay.
When you said there were only like 50 warriors left, are you including the ones in this command center?
Yes.
Okay. That's not on planet. That's just in the city.
No. Total. On the planet.
On planet.
Yes.
Okay.
So between the elementals who have... I mean, there's a lot of those remaining 50 warriors are elementals. And they only have like 15 to 20 Mechwarriors left. Almost all the command officers, all the star commanders and star captains are Mechwarriors. So
they're suffering from too many mechs, not enough pilots.
Correct. I mean,
Interesting.
just to be clear, you've seen several dismounted Mechwarriors like at the quarantine center. You also fought several at the tech base area. On the other hand, the command center and the capital here doesn't have all of the mech forces. There are unaccounted mechs at other locations across the planet, but it should only be 5 to 10 more mechs.
Gotcha.
So it sounds like we are numerically superior right now.
Correct. The one thing that isn't in these photographs is an airfield for those aerospace fighters. So the command center had one when this was owned by the Draconis Combine. It does not have one now.
So they moved the airfield. Got it.
Or they excised it and made it subterranean.
Is there...
Or they stuck them on a submarine. They could submarine launch them with a railgun.
From the images that they took, they're able to take, could I see any sort of like alternative entry points or exit points, like a way to get into the sewers immediately after doing what we need to do here?
There's no sewer map included in this.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like a way, like, do I see like a sewer grate there or?
No, there's nothing like that. There's plenty of flat open space to like call in a VTOL or a helicopter to get you out. As far as the wall around the facility, there's entrances only at the cardinal directions to keep, like very clearly keep people from getting in and out. A jump jetting mech could easily jump over it, but anybody that isn't in that will find it impossible to get over the wall. There'll be like someone who just isn't tall enough trying to climb up over it.
Right.
It's a pretty secure command center.
Gotcha.
Once you're inside the wall, however, it's not like there's gun turrets everywhere or anything like that. They pretty much rely on the fact that they're the clans, they own the planet, and there's a lot of them, and there's a giant wall filled with turrets.
And they don't believe in espionage.
Yes, that's correct. They don't believe in espionage.
I'm sure
And they have giant
we've kept
smoke
ourselves
jaguars.
limited to the city we're in. It hasn't hurt them either.
Okay. I got nothing else I could possibly think of pulling from this image.
Okay.
Aside from looking at exit points on that side or whatnot. But
okay. I would like to propose we start introductions at this point, and next episode we open with Dark Gallery.
Works for me.
Cotton, what do you got? Outros. How you feel about this episode? How you feeling? What's been up with you?
It's fun. I've been having fun. I'm a little bit mad because I found out after I joined the Zoom call that I was sunburned on my nose. I was wearing sunscreen a day. I wasn't outside very long.
It doesn't look sunburned from here. I mean, it just looks also pale.
Thanks.
You're
It's
welcome.
pink.
Okay.
This side of my face is also pink. You can kind of tell when I touch it. I'm mostly upset that I have to go back outside tomorrow for a longer time, so it's gonna get worse.
I'm sorry.
I don't
My
go
fault.
outside.
You can blame me if it helps.
I don't think at all this was your fault. I just don't want to go outside anymore. It's hot. The sun's out there.
It's true, it is.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. I got a new outro thing. It's called "What's Been in Your Mouth." What's the favorite thing you've eaten recently?
Cotton.
Oh, you asking me?
Yes,
I had a Fudgy Pop on break.
that's true. I saw you eating it.
I love Fudgy Pops.
I would jump to Pondo, but instead, I'm jumping to SidAlpha. How's it been
Hello.
going?
Yes. Hi. I've been doing a lot of day job stuff. I managed to get a video out the other day, thankfully. And I was actually going to get a video out last night, but I got roped into another live stream out of the blue. But that was all right. And yeah, I'm hoping to have more videos coming out tomorrow and through the weekend. And what's been in my mouth lately? Nothing good, I assure you. I've actually been dieting pretty hard. I have a focused goal of weight to reach by my birthday in June. And so I've been working very, very hard to reach that goal, and it's been working rather well. But because of that, I have had absolutely nothing interesting to eat for the past week.
Feel bad for asking that question, then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask it a rat, and he's gonna be like, "I ate meat-flavored meat, potato-flavored potatoes. So it's good enough for me. It should be good enough for you."
Yeah, the most interesting thing that I've eaten has been garlic hummus and veggies.
I supped on some quinoa. Sorry, quinoa fans. Orzo, is it a rice? Is it a pasta? Let's discuss.
It's a grain.
Yes, rice and pasta are both grains. That is correct.
Pasta is a manufactured grain.
I've never even heard of orzo or whatever you said.
Roboboa.
I could swear Orzo was the name of a villain in some game somewhere.
All right, Pondo, what you got for your introduction? What you been doing? How'd you enjoy the game? You know, I set all this up just for you, buddy. He's like, I didn't really feel like playing. It's not actually been that good.
It's been interesting.
Okay, well that that's the word that I use when I'm like, yeah, that was interesting. Yes.
Well, it's this is not a thing that Bandito does, is do the talking. And so I've pretty much had to do it where it's awkward yet somehow still believable.
Good, excellent.
I think you did a fantastic job of turning things around back on the teacher as opposed to having to choose on what to do with a kid.
Yeah,
I thought that was very smart.
so essentially it's like, oh man, I got to figure out a way not to have this kid just get euthanized. And
listen, I knew that this situation would come up because Cotton would be like, oh no, a kid. And I was like, yes, that's right. I'm not going to hurt this kid no matter what happens, but how will Bandito get out of it?
Teacher, you're failure. You better.
I mean, it's a very fair estimation to make. You know, this child is being instructed by this person. If the child is failing, it is the failure of the instructor, not a failure of the student.
Oh boy, please don't tell any of my teachers that. Especially like, okay, college, yes. High school, no.
The teacher needs to find out how to reach these kids.
How do I reach these kids?
No, please don't. No. Yeah. What's been in your mouth, Pondo?
He's talking about food. What's the most interesting thing you've eaten recently?
I mean, you know, pizza, ironically. I mean, some chicken Parmesan sandwiches. I'm a big fan of those.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I always find them to be too saucy unless you use bread that absorbs the...
I'm fine with sauce.
Okay.
I like tomato sauce, so I'm fine if they're saucy. I sometimes prefer them being saucy.
Okay. Brad, what do you got for outros?
I had fun tonight. It's a good night. It's a good solid RP night.
You Wang Chung tonight?
Do what?
Wang Chung tonight. Did you Wang Chung tonight?
I don't know what that means, Arthur.
Whenever everybody has fun tonight, you have to... Oh, no.
It's an 80s song. Come on.
God, I think this is the first time I've ever been disappointed in you.
It's first time for everything.
Fun tonight.
I'm glad I could deliver such a diversified experience.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Yeah, we just lost copyright all day long.
Good job.
That's okay. Oh, it's educational. It's teaching Rad. Move.
Right,
Got it.
sure.
That'll work.
No, I had fun.
It's parody.
Yeah,
Plus, it's not
parody.
actually using the original material.
I ate a cup of brown rice.
Was it rice flavored rice?
It was just rice, cooked rice, measured out to be 1 cup, with nothing on it, with an unseasoned grilled chicken breast that I cut up and mixed up in my rice and ate.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Listen, the unseasoned chicken breast is what got me. Everything
It
until
still
then
sounds
was
more
fine.
interesting than most everything that I've been eating for the past week. So
and some red grapes.
The unseasoned chicken breast kills me, man. Like,
And for lunch, I had a sandwich on flatbread with ham and turkey and monster cheese and a gala apple and a package of peanut butter crackers. This morning I had a brown cinnamon sugar Pop-Tart.
yeah, Pop-Tart. You didn't even eat You didn't even eat both of them in the package?
Oh no! I ate them. I had a package of brown sugar Pop-Tarts.
Did you toast that shit, or did you? Oh yeah,
Hell
there
yeah,
we
I
go.
toast that shit.
Listen, everything
not a
else I could
fucking
live with.
savage,
Yeah,
okay?
that's where I was at. I was like, listen, if you're gonna eat Pop-Tarts cold, we're done.
The only time I eat cold Pop-Tarts is when I'm on like a training exercise. And I'll eat them bitches cold. But otherwise, the toaster gets to have its piece.
All right, everybody good for next week?
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
What's the interesting thing you ate, AP?
Yeah.
Other than your own pride.
I'm working backwards.
No, I'm not joking. Why would I be kidding? That's actually how I eat. Come on, internet.
I mean, God, I can tell you where I fucked up. I was making these super awesome short ribs in the sous vide machine, and there must have been a tear in the bag, the vacuum sealed bag, and when I pulled them out 36 liters, they were boiled and set, and not even, since it never reached 200 degrees Celsius, it wasn't a real boil, or sorry, 100 Celsius, it wasn't a real boil, it was just wet, white, drippy ribs. I was so upset. They were
That does
awful.
sound upsetting.
They were absolutely awful. It's the first time I've made a mistake with the sous vide machine, so I feel really bad about it too. All right, I'm still working my way backwards through everything I've eaten recently to find something I thought was really exceptional, but that was very disappointing, and that was Tuesday morning.
You're the second person in a month that's talked about a sous vide machine, and I've never actually even looked at what that is.
Okay, so I mean, they used to be thousands of dollars and they were really hard to control, but now it's just it's like a stick, a plastic stick that you attach to any pot that you want. You fill it with water up to a certain line, and then you put either, well, the other way to do it, either you put vacuum sealed stuff into the pot and it will cook it, but the way I do it is you put it in a regular plastic bag, you then fill the water into it and it forces the air out of the bag, so it's as good as vacuum sealed without needing to buy a vacuum sealed thing. It's about controlling the temperature of the cook, because water is excellent at holding temperature in a way that air and fire are not, because air is air and fire is random as shit.
So it's evenly distributed.
Yes,
heat
it's
on
evenly
all sides,
distributed at
easily
heats
controlled.
that you couldn't otherwise maintain. So you can say, I would like to cook these ribs at 150 degrees Fahrenheit for 36 hours. And the first time I did it, when they came out great, it was fucking amazing. They were the meatiest, juiciest ribs. You open the bag, the whole bottom is just fucking fat and liquid. You pour it out, you take the ribs, you put them in the oven for like 10 minutes to get them broiled up. Boom, you've got these ribs that it's never overdone and it's never overcooked, because it's always exactly what you wanted, and you can get these things for like $100 or less. It lets you do some real long cook time stuff too. Like you can cook like beef for 20 hours and then come out with the perfect medium rare steak. Not like when you go to a restaurant and you order medium rare and then they take too long to bring it out and it's well done, or they bring it out too soon because the cook took it off when it was, you know, just at the level of rare but not at medium rare yet, and they're like, all right, it'll cook on the way there, but then it doesn't cook on the way there. Yeah, sous vide will always get you that perfect temperature cook time that you want.
Okay.
Yep. I'm really trying to upsell the sous vide here. Fucking love this thing. You can make some eggs with this bitch. All right, you can do shit with that you can't otherwise do. I'm thinking this weekend maybe I'm gonna use the sous vide to prepare a lemon and honey and orange combination with some butter in order to turn it into some sort of like paste that I can spread onto things.
I do love me some eggs. Oh.
Yes, eggs are good. Yeah, I mean, a slow cooker is not the same thing as a sous vide machine, but certainly they do a similar process. Wow, I'm still trying to think of what's the interesting thing that I've eaten recently. I guess this morning I made scrapple, so I'll go with that because my scrapple technique is 100 billion%. Oh, and I covered it in flour too, so it was extra crunchy. I don't know if you know what scrapple is because
I don't know what that is.
none of you live in the part of the country where we make scrapple. All right, so I just had this conversation last night. All right. Imagine
I don't know what scrapple is either, from what I can recall. So
really? I guess West Virginia, some parts of it might not have had it. All right.
I don't think it was the thing where I was from.
Imagine a pig, all right? You know what I'm talking about? You know what a pig is. Now, all these parts of the pig are being removed. You got the loin, you got the bacon, you got the ham shank, you got the hocks, you know, you got all that stuff. Left over, hot dog. Boom. Left over from that is scrapple. You take all that shit, you put it in an industrial fan blender, you combine it with a slurry of cornmeal, and then you boil it, then you remove it, then you boil the sauce down some more, then you return the meat slurry to the boil, and you end up with a brick of processed, ready-to-eat pork that looks like a gray brick. I know it doesn't. No, god damn it! Someone said that last night. It's not fucking spam. For one thing, you can keep spam in a can for years. This is real food. It will go bad if it's left out.
Okay.
It's already pre-cooked.
Homemade spam.
So you slice it into Spam and scrapple are nowhere near the same thing. They don't taste the same. They don't look the same. Just don't. This is stop.
You say brick of meat.
It is a brick of meat. Other than that, they're nothing alike. Spam is made out of ham leftovers. It's the stuff you don't even put in scrapple. And then, even then, it's like 90% preservatives. Back on track. This is how you prepare scrapple. Take the brick and you slice it into rectangular pieces that are 1/4 of an inch thick. Normally, you would cook it in extra virgin olive oil. Today, I made mine in leftover bacon grease. Sometimes you can use butter. This is the first time that I also dredged all of the pieces in flour. You then place it on a medium hot pan for about 4 to 5 minutes. The gray will then turn into this nice golden brown crust. You flip it over, and so what you get is an exterior. Oh my god, meatloaf is different than scrapple. Meatloaf, first off, is beef. Number 2, it's like 30% bread. Number 3, it's filled with vegetables and eggs. Meatloaf and scrapple are nothing alike.
The picture looks like meatloaf made out of liver.
Oh, well, okay. Yes, it does look similar. Meatloaf.
But with the color and texture appearance of
the
liver.
Final product of scrapple are golden brown bricks that when you bite into them, the top and the bottom are delicious, crunchy goodness that snaps open, and then a slurry of delicious meat in liquid form fills your mouth. I know it doesn't sound good. I know what it sounds like. I assure you, it is so much better than how I'm describing it. It is incredible.
Buy Scrapple on Amazon.
It is. Let me be super clear.
I don't advise that.
Scrapple is horrible for you. It is the meat that they won't put in hot dogs. On the other hand, it's fucking delicious.
Wow, the meat they won't put in hot dogs.
That sounds
holy shit. If there was ever any chance I was going to try it, you killed it with that right there.
Scrapple, the Scrapple they're selling on Amazon, serving size 2 ounces, calories 120.
Yeah.
Now, your average steak is 180 to 190 calories for 4 ounces.
Yeah.
So this is roughly
Scrapple is incredibly high energy. Yeah. I mean, you're looking at what is essentially just pure fat. Pure meat fat.
Oof.
I have no words.
Does not sound like something I will eat until I'm below 200 pounds.
That was breakfast this morning.
I don't know. I'd probably eat it.
It's not something. It's not like something I would eat unless I was in a situation where I'm burning thousands of calories per day just by existing there.
Meat is meant to be chewed. It's not meant to be.
Listen, you do chew it. You chew through that. Each bite brings another delicious crunch as what is between it moves.
Listen.
Listen.
You keep
I'm
explaining
aware that the
liquid
description
meat.
of it sounds awful, but I assure you, it's way better than what it's described as.
The only time I use the word slurry to describe anything is what I'm talking about. Concrete. So not an appetizing.
Concrete or ice cream.
I'm just telling you, try it one time. That's all I'm saying. It's a
So-
Pennsylvania Dutch thing. It's almost entirely northeast coast of America through the south. But
You know
yeah,
what? I'm glad that West Virginia is also counted as partially south as well.
West Virginia has scrapple in it, my bro.
I've never heard.
Yep, it's a
tell
diner
of it
food.
in West
You'll
Virginia.
absolutely find it at any diner anywhere.
That's a good
All
thing I
throughout
didn't go to
Morgantown
diners.
and the Eastern Panhandle.
All right, I stay away from Morgantown, so that's
I
fine.
mean, it can be anywhere. You can get it on Amazon.
They can stay there with their burning couches.
Those fucking burning couches. I don't understand
Burning
it.
couches?
Yes, in West Virginia University, every time they win, or occasionally when they lose a football or basketball game, they'll burn couches in the alleyways. Like all of the bros will just take their couch and burn it, and then go get another dumpster couch. The police are always super pissed off because then the road is filled with burning couches, and the trash people are pissed off because sometimes they have to load burning couches into like the smoldering remains of a couch, and then the whole truck catches on fire, and who knows what the fuck is in it. So they heavily fine people with burning couches, which has led to people just moving the couch to somebody else's neighborhood and then setting it on fire. It's like when people in New York City used to, pop open the fire hydrants. And then they were like, okay, well, now we're going to make the fire hydrants 80 feet deep. So only New York City firefighters can use them. It's a game of cat and mouse between people who set couches on fire and people who arrest people who set couches on fire. And if you've never seen a burning garbage truck or smelled one, you are very better off with your life.
I've smelled one.
Oh my god. It's fucking horrifying. It's like watching a garbage truck that's being fueled by jets.
That is a sense you never
a tongue
forget.
of flame coming out the back end.
Yeah.
You know, Google described Scrapple as like breakfast meatloaf. You should open with that.
It's
Next
not a
time.
meatloaf, and it's nothing like meatloaf.
Well,
Meatloaf involves bread, onions, celery, eggs.
Not always. The meatloaf around
breakfast
here
meatloaf.
is typically meat and eggs.
I'd be feeling really
Occasionally
different
oats.
about this conversation if it was if you had opened with breakfast.
That would be
meatloaf.
a lie. It's not a breakfast meatloaf. It's meat slurry.
Still,
With
though.
cornmeal.
Well, Google says it's a breakfast meatloaf.
I deny Google 3 times.
I mean, it's on the internet. It has to be true.
That-
I reject your reality and substitute my own.
I'm not substituting my own reality. I've actually seen Scrapple before, so
See, just don't tell people about the slurry meat thing, and you
no.
might be
The meat slurry thing is a prominent feature. I bet you that the Google or the Wikipedia description absolutely uses the word slurry at least once.
I don't know. The
Slurry,
Wikipedia
a
said it was.
semi-liquid mixture, typically of fine particles of manure, cement, or coal suspended in water.
Scrapple.
It uses the word mush, a mush of pork scraps and
Pork scraps and
trimmings.
doesn't
trimmings.
sound appetizing.
And it's apparently Amish.
Yeah, Pennsylvania Dutch.
Mennonites and Amish.
Yep. They all fall under a thing.
It's made with hot dog offal, such as the head, liver, and other trimmings. Head, heart, liver, and other trimmings.
Due to its composition, it's sometimes described as everything but the oink. That got right.
Man, that makes me actually really want to try it now.
It's so good. It's incredible.
A reconstituted meat slurry, or emulsified meat is a
Oh, look, it
liquefied
did
meat
use-
product that contains fewer fats, pigments, and less myoglobin than processed dark meats.
So apparently it does use the word slurry.
Slurry. Okay.
Slurry's not something I want in my meat too.
You're still muted.
No. Oh yeah. Well, I heard you through Cotton's mic.
Yeah.
Let me think. What food that won't make Rad disappointed in life have I eaten recently?
Have any Pop-Tarts?
No, I don't eat Pop-Tarts. I try not to eat a super large amount of carbs on a regular basis.
You know, it says the similar foods is meatloaf and goaty pudding. Grody pudding.
Don't know what that is.
Ready pudding? I think
It's made from soaked groats, beef, leeks, onions, and beef stock.
Okay.
What's a groat? It lists haggis as something similar as well.
Oh boy, haggis. Oh, Cotton, if you don't know what haggis is, you need to stop right now.
I know what haggis
I
is.
know
I've never tried it.
I've had haggis.
Oh, boy.
I would not recommend at all. Gold stomach stuffed with wheat and barley. No. It's terrible.
Thank you. All right, I got it. I mean, I hate to fall back on it, but the most interesting thing I ate recently was a flight of pizzas. Like, a place opened up near me that offers like artisanal, like $12 for a small pizza, and I'm like, okay. But then they're like, but on Wednesdays, half price. So I was like, okay. And they're like, slightly more off if you get all of our pizzas all at once. And I was like, oh, all right. They had a pretty good meat version, and the margarita was not bad. You know,
Nice.
I would never buy them full price. I mean, not for a
I'm
pizza
trying
that's
to
this
imagine a
big.
flight of pizzas, like, you know, when you
Imagine
go
a
to
pizza buffet of
tasting
pizzas that
area
are the
where you
size
get,
of two hands put together.
a flight of wines to try.
That is like the size of two hands. I could eat that in one bite.
That's like a small pizza.
Precisely.
I got big hands. Any restaurant that's like, we'll feed you as large as your hands, that isn't a restaurant I would eat at. I'm all about that.
I don't know. I don't think we have anything left. Don't follow the Scrapple rabbit hole, Cotton, but absolutely, if you ever get a chance, try some Scrapple. I wonder if they offer it at like Waffle House or something.
Oh God.
They would probably be the only national chain that I would think would offer Scrapple. I'm gonna Google that real quick before we.
Well, there's no Waffle House near me.
Waffle House Scrapple. That's pretty surprising. Waffle Houses are everywhere. Waffle House does not include Scrapple.
Yeah, if I want to hit a Waffle House, I have to drive like an hour.
Wow.
Is it like considered Southern cuisine or Northern cuisine?
It's Northeastern cuisine because it's ethnically Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine. So
We don't have much of that cuisine here. We do have like a Cajun truck that comes down sometimes. We have places where you can get like Southern foods and.
I'm not sure I'd call a Cajun truck Southern food since it's French. But
I get it.
I mean,
This place
Cajun
is with Southern
foods
foods.
are incredible, and if you want to get real dark, try some Creole foods. That'll fuck you up real good.
We don't have Creole near where I
I
live.
actually rather enjoy Creole.
Yeah, exactly. Creole will fuck you up real bad.
The Cajun truck has jambalaya though. And I love jambalaya.
Oh, let me tell you something. I used to live in Baton Rouge. I need Glimo to show up here and just be like, did someone mention Cajun food? All right, that's it. I can't keep talking about food at midnight. I'm gonna find myself climbing upstairs and being like, what will I cook in the dark of the night? And that will never be a good decision because I still have half a package of Scrapple left.
I was say it's gonna be Scrapple, you know this.
I mean, I only use half the Scrapple, so I won't have any bacon grease left. But
It's either
butter will
Scrapple or
suffice.
pizza. You take your pick.
I don't have any pizza left in my house.
Make Scrapple pizza.
I'm not gonna. I
That's an
wouldn't put
idea.
Scrapple on pizza. No.
God, this is
Look, if I wanted to disappoint Raddosaurus, I'd say something like, "Man, the best pizza possible is tiramisu pizza."
Oh,
dessert pizza that tastes like coffee. It's so good. See? Got him. I want you to know, I had the option of doing that much earlier in the stream, and I decided to go with serious answers.
Oh.
You know, normally when you guys ask me that question, I normally give an answer that will pain Rad the most.
Oh.
And I saved that one.
Tiramisu is awful. You know what else is awful that people like that I don't understand is tres leche. Have you ever had that?
No,
What the hell is that?
Terrible. It's
Tres
soggy,
leche.
soggy cake.
Wow, that's terrible.
It's awful.
It's a sponge cake made with 3 kinds of milk that have been evaporated into the batter. Oh my god, what the fuck?
People don't
No, thank you.
listen. People from Mexico fucking love that shit, and it makes me. It sends my gag reflex into just absolute revolt.
What's your beef with tiramisu? You just don't like
Right,
coffee?
Cotton, you don't like wet bread, right? That's the thing. Oh my god, don't ever eat tiramisu. If anybody ever offers you, oh no, sorry, tres leche. If anybody ever offers you that,
I mean,
You started
tiramisu
describing
isn't-
it, and I
isn't
was
that
trying
fall
not to
off either.
gag while I was
It's a
eating
bunch
my
of
cheese
coffee
whiz.
flavored cream
it's
with
cake.
wet bread in the middle.
It's like
listen,
it's like somebody took a saucer and put milk on it, and then just flopped a piece of cake on it and let it soak
It'd
it up.
make me
And then they serve it to you.
there are plenty of wet breads that you can serve that are excellent.
Oh no, false.
Yes.
Incorrect.
Non-bread that is soaking in curry?
Mm-mm.
Gotcha.
You're going to make her gag.
No.
You don't
I'll
like
say
non-bread with
supreme-
curry, Cotton?
Who?
She doesn't like wet bread in general.
You think what else?
I mean, I'm not a fan of non-bread.
French toast,
Curry.
motherfuckers.
I
not
almost
wet.
killed her.
Toast can be crispy.
Yes, it's
Yes,
crispy.
but you soak
Lawyered.
it in a metric fuck ton of sugar and butter and...
No, you
I
put that
refuse
shit on
to
the
cook
side.
French toast. I won't even watch somebody
That's
else
right.
cook
You
it.
can't cook it because you have to literally soak the bread.
Yes,
Yeah.
See, I would actually try the tres leche cake.
Oh,
you're a monster.
God, dude.
Everyone here hates you.
Get out of here. You're off the
Bread
show.
pudding. Oh boy, bread salad. Well, bread salad would only be wet if you overdressed it, but...
No.
I almost killed Cotton one time at a Panera Bread by dunking bread in soup.
Oh, it was so gross.
Wow, that is a very serious overhang. You can't even eat a bread bowl of soup then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't even sit next to somebody doing it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'm so disappointed.
I was at a Halloween party where we had to stick our hand. We closed our eyes because I was like maybe 10, and we stuck our hands in different things and guessed what they were. And it was like peeled grapes and it was wet bread. And I literally started gagging the moment I touched it, and I almost threw
right
up.
into
I
the bowl
almost
of
threw up right in the
wet
bowl.
bread.
Throw up in the bowl and then just keep mixing. Just get it right in there.
Oh,
So
God.
nobody could ever use it.
That's it.
Yeah,
We're done for the
gross.
night. We're done.
Done.
We'll see you guys next week. There will be
We're done
less
here.
food talk.
Doubt
Way
it.
more murder.
Murder, yes. Food talk, lack of food talk, probably not.